Yeah. What's popping, y'all? What's happening? It's your man Marq Nash. Another great episode of Breaking the Beats. You already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else we can squeeze into those letters. And we got a lot of topics. You see the thumbnail, you see the description block. We're gonna try to get into all of it. Before we do that, though, let's run the intro.
This that squad sound.
This is weird now.
Yeah, like I said, man, we are back, man. How y'all feel out there? Smash the like button as you come into the room. Also in the chat, let me know where you guys are from, what part of the world you are at, and how you guys doing. What's up, sir? Saying, let me drop the link out here, man. How you feel, sir? Man, this was a crazy weekend for me. Very adventurous. Actually lackluster at certain points. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. Definitely want to invite you all back to the show. Thank you guys for pulling up. Where we start? Oh, I know where we start. We're gonna start off with a little music, wait for the room to populate a little bit, but y'all smash the like button on the way into the room. Man, this was a crazy weekend. I don't know what y'all was doing out there in the world. Shit, I don't know what I was doing either, man. I spent half the day on Saturday on my birthday at the Apple store. What was I doing at the Apple store all day? Oh man, just made a simple mistake on the computer. Spent 4 or 5 hours there just for them to do something called a soft reset, and instantly everything was back fine. But it was a wake-up moment, as in, hey, let me make sure I got this extra coverage on this new Mac I just bought, because it would be a shame and a disgrace to have gotten it and broken it in less than 21 days. So let's play some music. Let me know how it sound in the headphones to y'all. Y'all hear me out there? Ain't seeing this thing. I see y'all. Carolina, stand up. What up? Get this mic right. How y'all feel out there, man? me see if I'm gonna play one more record, then we're gonna start the show, man. I was trying to wait for the room to populate, but I'm gonna play one more joint and then we'll start the show. But yeah, man, we definitely got to talk about Versuz. I was not that interested. I don't know about you guys. That's not a disrespect to D'Angelo, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I couldn't name 20 D'Angelo songs for $20 million. I probably couldn't name 20 D'Angelo songs. You know what I'm saying? That's not a diss to him. It's just never really got into it too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play one more and then we're gonna start the show. Smash the like button on the way in the room. Let me know where y'all watching the show from. I see Sir Senior here, Carolina, stand up. Y'all let me know where y'all from. Then we're gonna start the show after this one. Pouring up a little of that sweet red in here, man. Got a little wine over here. Something light. What y'all sipping on? What y'all think of this beat, man? Let me know what y'all think of that record, too. Watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that like button for me over there on Facebook. Hit that share for me too. But you have to come on YouTube, pause, to see to get the live stream link. Just type in Marq Nash and it should pop up everywhere. Yeah, man, this gonna be a good show right here. It's a lot of weird stuff going on right here, but we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna talk about it. Did y'all see that Versuz battle? D'Angelo? I guess it wasn't even a battle. I guess it was more like a concert. Did y'all see that? Bruh, I'm gonna be honest. I did not watch the D'Angelo Versuz. And like I said before, it's not a diss to D'Angelo. I just don't know 20 D'Angelo songs. I could not name you 20 D'Angelo songs for $20 million. That is not no disrespect to him. Maybe it's just a diss to me and my lack of music, but I couldn't name them records. But I was pleased to find out that, excuse me, that the next Versuz battle is supposed to be, wait for it, Raekwon the Chef versus Ghostface. Now I know at first, listen, a lot of people gonna be like, man, I don't want to see those two guys battle each other. They was in the same crew. Just gonna be a night of Wu-Tang. Man, they got some different records from each other as solo artists. But more importantly, if you watch that Wu-Tang Saga thing, your series, you'll realize that they were not friends. They was literally trying to kill each other at one point. So I thought that was extremely interesting that they was trying to kill each other at one point, but let alone them doing a versus battle now makes more sense to me now than it probably would have made if I didn't know that information. Because they had some of the dopest chemistry, like Jada and Styles had that good back and forth. We ain't seen back and forth that good since Run DMC, right? So, but we'll talk about that. Did y'all hear about the guy in Denver? Let's start there because we'll end up on the boxing last. And but let's start off with the top of the story, right? The top story, right? Florida man cuts off his wife's lover / neighbor's penis. And this happened last year, right? Let's be clear. This did happen last year. However, the trial is starting now. So he trying to plead his case, man. He's saying he blacked out. He's saying he remembered the neighbor looking at him through the window. So he went over to see what was going on. Like, what's going on? I guess they, so close. I guess it looked like trailers from the picture. Let me share the screen on that. Stop the music a little bit. I'll share the screen. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Let me show you this picture. You folks wilding, man. You better be careful, man, when you creeping around with somebody old lady, man. But I guess his wife used to babysit the man's kids, the neighbor's kids. He said he blacked out. He don't know what happened. Let me pull his picture up. Can y'all see it? Let me know in the chat. Y'all can see it. But this man right here say he's willing to do whatever it takes to prove his love. So blacked out Florida man cuts off rival's penis. Media report, February 25th, 21. Man, this was what, Thursday, right? When they reported. All right, if convicted, 30 years. All right, so this is the story. He said he blacked out and he used a pair of scissors to hack off the penis of his wife's lover. The cops say long and short after. Funny. Where's the drum roll? Cops say the long and short of Peter plot is Alexis Vanilla, 51. They say he's set to plead guilty on Thursday. All right, he's charged with kidnapping, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And basically what they're saying is this. He was a married father of 5. Damn, man, you about to go away for 30 years, man. Damn, man, that's messed up, bro. You got 5 kids that's gonna be out here without a father, and one man with no dick no more and can't father anymore. So yeah, man, that's bad. So here we go. So they say he flipped out. They said his version, like I said, he said he was looking out the window, so his neighbor looking out, went over there, say, hey, what's going on? And from there, he blacked out. But his neighbor has a different story. He told him, he basically said he went to the guy's house and said, hey, man, we need to talk. He showed him basically a gun under the coat, okay? The neighbor said, hey, my kids are here. So he kind of said, let's go in the back. He orders him to the back room. They shut the door. From there, he was like, you're not going to die, but you're going to have something to remember your whole life. All right. The man was terrified, of course. So he told the man to pull his shorts down. The man was like, what you mean? He said, this is the new normal. You will not die today, but you need to pull your pants down. You got to strip. He ties the man up, puts on some gloves, and start wrapping some bands, rubber bands around the man's penile organ. All right. Once he got it wrapped around it, the man has started struggling. He's terrified, but he don't want to make too much noise. Kids up front. He was like, the man keeps telling him he's not going to die. So what he did was next, he whipped out the scissors out his pocket. That's when the man realized what was going on. He struggles. The man tackles him down and proceeds to chop off his penis with the scissors. Yep, you heard me right. He chopped off his penis with the scissors, ladies and gentlemen. And Went to work. This guy right here went to work like ain't nothing happened. He just, all right, nothing to see here. The cops came and picked him up from work. He says he don't remember nothing. He blacked out. Like I say, he's facing 30 years. The guy, they have not been able to attach it back on. Yeah. Oh yeah, and he took the work. He went to work with the scissors. It was blood everywhere. Blood still on his clothes. Yeah, man. The guy's name was Don. How about that? The guy's name was Don Juan. How about that? Man, stop trying. Come on, bro. You can't make this up. Witnesses that was here, they got the daughters out the house, but the doctors have not been able to reattach the penis to the victim, and he's struggling to urinate and have sexual intercourse with his wife. Yeah, man. So that's the story in a nutshell on that. That is crazy. That is crazy. 30 years though, man. Father of 5. About to throw it all away. So this is just like got to be a sign to all of you, man. Like, make sure you're doing the right thing with the right person, because you never know, man, what a person to do, man. Sleeping with their wife, man. Dudes a snap. They'll risk it all and willing to die for it. Father of 5 right here, Alex Bonilla. 30 years. He facing 30 years. He's gonna plead guilty. What can I say? This is truly unfortunate right here. Truly unfortunate. I wish him nothing but the best wherever he lands. And shout out to Don Juan, who lost the I guess he lost the magic stick. Where the drum roll at? Come on, man. I'm on the roll. I can't make this shit up. Where we at with it? I'm trying to get through all of these stories real quick. Oh, the Denver teens. Did y'all see them Denver teens that killed the oh man, I gotta show y'all this picture too in these videos. Sometimes you gotta give people the credit that they want and deserve. Put their face out there. They killed this, they burnt down this house, man. They got like 60 charges. Well, it's a Denver teen. But basically it's some Asian teens, right? And I think this is an interesting thing, because normally they've recently been saying, since coronavirus kicked up, Asians have been targeted by blacks, right? I don't really see that in my neighborhood and around where I'm at. We got Asian folks in our neighborhood. I don't see it. Not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying I don't see it, right? So they came in. Let me show you these pictures. Let me share the screen. Here we go. Share the screen again. Pop. Here we go. All right, 16-year-olds, right? It was 3 of them in all, but 2 of them been picked up. I think they're looking for the 3rd one now. But no, I think they got him too. Maybe they got him first and then the other 2 told. But you know, somebody always tell, right? Or either they use those Ring doorbell cams, and they can use that ring to trace you all the way back to where you left your house at. But they came in dressed like this, as you can see over here to the right, looking very ghostly. And they just burned these folks' house down. They killed 5 people died. The husband, the wife, 2 of their daughters, somebody's sister, and the sister's child as well. Wow, man. And for what? This one guy on the right, he doesn't quite look Asian, but the other guy, he's definitely part, Asian. And some people were able to escape, but as you can see, this is a mess. This was in Denver. Killed these folks, man. And mainstream media is not really talking about this story. I haven't heard anything about this. Haven't heard anything. So it's 3 teens in all. And this was a foreign family. I think they was from Senegal. I'm gonna tell you exactly. Let me pull the story up. Can y'all see the screen? All right, boom. So this is like NBC News report. All right. So 3 teenagers have been charged in connection with the August house fire that killed 5 members of one family in Colorado. 2 16-year-olds and 1 15-year-old were taken in custody at their homes on Wednesday. Denver police said in a press release the names of the 3 boys were not being released because of their ages, and they are known to each other, according to the release. Of course, they know each other. The teens face a total of 28 charges, including first-degree murder, first-degree criminal attempt to commit murder, first-degree arson, first-degree assault, and first-degree burglaries. The arrest came after 5 months of investigations. August 5th was the day the fire, and I'm gonna mess up these names, but I believe the name is Jabril Dio. I don't want to mess that up. I'm sorry. 29, Aja Dio, 23, and their 2-year-old daughter. Wow, 2-year-old daughter Khadija, as well as Jabril's sister, Hassan Dio, 25, and her infant daughter. So he killed 3 babies, right? Her name was Hawa Bay. Yeah, this is sad, man. Others were able to escape with injuries by jumping from the 2nd floor. The victims were members of the Denver's, how you say that, Senegalese? So I guess they're from Senegal. The Senegalese community, sparking calls from the community and the national Muslim leaders for the police to investigate the fire as a hate crime. On Wednesday, officials said the investigators had not uncovered any evidence that indicate that it was a motivational by bias due to ongoing investigation, though. Yeah, man, but look at this picture. This is how they came in, though. They just knew they was getting away, huh? Why are y'all doing this, bro? Why y'all burning up these folks' house? I just don't get it, and more importantly, I don't really get why we're not hearing about this like on mainstream media, like we're not hearing about this at all. But the 3 mass suspects believed to have set the fire that killed the 5 family. They came in looking like this. I want to know how they got them. They probably pinged those phones. You know, people be dumb, bro. People had a phone on doing crimes. Those ring doorbells, like I said, always lead you back. Always lead back to you, man. They can track you down. There's so many satellites and cameras everywhere, man. They'll just keep going camera to camera. I've seen this done before. But thoughts and prayers goes out to the family who lost their lives. And shout out to the whole Senegal community, Senegalese community. Truly, truly, truly unfortunate. I'm so sorry for your loss. This is sad, man. But these guys right here, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. Lock them up, throw away their key. This is crazy. They should definitely should be charged as adults. This is not playing with a firearm that goes off. This is not this is so many steps that took to make this happen, like to set this house on fire. And then to kill so many people who really just came to America to have a better life. But the ATF definitely, the Secret Service got involved. The fire department, you know, they worked tirelessly, of course, doing that arson investigation, because I'm sure it was a big investigation, because, you know, you got to backtrack this thing and figure out what exactly happened. But the homicide, ATF, the U.S. Secret Service, bro, the Secret Service got involved on this. So it is what it is, and you get what you get. I don't have no remorse for these kids, because they're not kids anymore. They are young men. Sir Senior, what up?
What's up, bro?
I'm good, man. How you feel?
I'm good, man.
How was your weekend?
It was good. I got some stuff handled, had to handle some business. I got that handled. You know, I always got to get my church in.
Absolutely.
Hallelujah this evening.
Amen. Yeah, man. Doing anything special this weekend?
Not much this weekend, but today I spent I'm actually still spending some time with my family, with my uncle. So
for sure. Well, I appreciate you pulling up, checking in with us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You hear about any of these stories I was talking about? Any of this news? Was it new to you, or have you heard these stories?
Yeah, it was crazy. A lot of those stories was crazy. Let me jump off first, you know, with the one where dude, he pulled a Lorena Bobbitt. I was like, wow. But that's what happens when you be messing with somebody's, you know, you mess with somebody's wife, you never know what they're gonna do. You never know how a person gonna respond. So, and then you can't tell somebody else, hey, you acting crazy or you're doing too much, when you the one who started it. You could have easily left his wife alone. So now
they were neighbors too, man. Family friend. He trusted his wife to come over there and babysit, but she was babysitting a whole nother way, if you know what I mean.
Kids.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
man.
mess crazy.
Definitely got to leave people's spouses alone. That's just a whole nother level, especially that level of trust. I think my man trying to get off on that temporary insanity though, but we shall see. We
I
shall
mean,
see.
he might work it.
Nah, he pleading guilty though. But he ain't pleading guilty by reason of insanity though. Because you know the crazy thing about that got to be accepted. That plea has to be accepted. You can't just say I'm gonna plead guilty by insanity. The judge can be like, nah, we don't accept that as a defense.
Yeah, because what they'll do is they'll send you to
A
a
competency
shrink.
hearing. Yeah, they give you a competency hearing.
Exactly.
And that person works for the state.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
then people
man.
think that that's just the easy way and you go back home. Nah. Your only time you go back home is after you done slid that judge a little money in the in the envelope. Other than that, you go to the crazy house where they have you hugging yourself.
Right, medicated until that person say you can be released for.
Yep, and then unless you grease a napalm or you really actually get yourself together, you won't be there for a while. And there's no it's like when you go to prison or you go to jail, you can fight that later on. When you're in the crazy house, you can't do that.
Let's not call it crazy. Man,
you know I had to be silly
what
with
they
it.
call it? What they call it in North Carolina? It's Cherry Hill, ain't it?
Yeah, we got a couple of them here. We got a Cherry Hill here. We got a Holly Hill. Dorothea Dix is shut down, but they still do the evaluations there. But they don't have an active facility that you can, that you're inpatient. They got outpatient facility and they do the evaluations there still.
So you won't get sentenced and go there then. That ain't an option.
Nah, you'll go to Holly Hill, and that's pretty much a prison. It's honestly just like a prison.
Why they call all the psychiatric centers in North Carolina Hill? Something Hill.
It's a old long story. We should probably do that for a show one day.
Where they used to put the people on, you used to have them put the house on a mountain somewhere on the hill, far from everybody.
Yeah,
it sounds like it now.
It will be up on the hill somewhere in the mountains, or you'll have them up. Up. They'll say they taking them up the hill, and that's where you would take your family member who wasn't all the way there, and then you'll tell them, oh, they went up the hill.
Damn. Did you hear that story about the Senegal family in Denver? Five of the family members lost their life. 2 teenagers set a house fire that killed 5 people. Let me show the picture of the people. This how they came in like this. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Looking like something from what's the movie? The Purge or something, right?
Yeah.
Or Jason.
Or some Purge stuff.
What? And they still found them. Still got caught.
And that's the thing is, you don't get away from stuff like that. It's too much technology, and then you're not even being smart. And the smartest thing is not to burn up somebody's house. That's how you get out of trouble, is not getting into trouble.
I know that's right. Let me show you the images of the teens. But this is what they look like. You see this is this guy right here on the right looks more Hispanic, but I believe they haven't released their names, but the one guy on the left is definitely Asian. You get what I'm saying? These are the 5 victims right here. As you can see, they are from African descent. And we have to question. They said they want to decide if this is a hate crime or not.
Yeah, that's why I was that was the last thing I was reading about it earlier, was they was talking about, they was trying to see if it's a hate crime. I don't know, it might be.
Oh look, they're gonna find that out too. Now we got you, we know who you are, and then we're gonna go through all your emails.
All your emails, all your text messages, all your social media, and if you even made a racist joke, it's over for you. And you could have just meant it as a joke.
Yeah, probably for them, but I remember we found racist things from Amber Geiger, and they still didn't charge her with the hate crime.
Well, remember, she was a different persuasion.
Yeah, and she was a cop.
That too. So she had the blue and the white.
Yeah, she had the blue and the white, but
so
And also, they didn't have her dead to. Well, she admitted she did it, but she said it was an accident. They got setting the fire and saying I walked into a wrong apartment. That is kind of, it's on the same side, on the same floor, one level up. You get what I'm saying? That's a little different. But come on, bro. Like they was talking about Asians being targeted since COVID, but black folks stay targeted, man, since the beginning of time. What are we talking about here? But yeah, these dudes killed these folks, man.
Yeah, and to me, like it's big whenever like people will say, "Well, I'm going to charge these children as adult," but these weren't children. They were hard. Once you step out of the lines of a child, then you're just whatever you chose to be. They understood what they were doing. They set the fire. They brought the stuff to do the fire. It wasn't like, okay, well, we were playing with firecrackers and we set their house on fire. No.
Why was this house targeted though? I wonder how far they live. Why this house? It's not like it's the first house when you come in. Like, why this house?
Exactly. That's why I was trying to find out.
But obviously, though, when you see the neighborhood, like when you're just seeing the people standing outside, like right here, and for what I'm hearing, like that, like we have that here in Atlanta. You go to the neighborhoods and you can tell the majority of the neighborhood is an Asian community because even the sign on the subdivision has Asian letters on it. You get what I'm saying? Or some kind of something with that kind of style, right? But we also have neighborhoods like that they might call. You hear about it all the time in rap songs. Call it Little Mexico and stuff like that. You know where the majority of the community is that as well, Black, Caucasian as well, right? But so it's very possible they were targeted. I'm curious. I'm very curious about that. But shoot, I'll keep it moving on that, man. You got anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I just hope that they don't get to play the now I'm an innocent child and my mind's not developed thing. Your mind was developed enough to go and target these people's house and burn it down and kill this family who was in their house doing what they supposed to do, as they saying, staying in the house for the COVID. They weren't out doing something crazy like you are. You went to these people home and burned it down. You need to get everything that's coming to you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Yeah, man, because that's insane right there. Like, who the thing for me too is with this, and this will be the last thing I say about it. If they don't do something significant with this, man, like where would it end? You get what I'm saying? Like they have
I'll definitely make a war, because more people think they can get away with that, and everybody is not going to be as tolerant of letting people come into their neighborhoods and do crazy stuff.
Yeah, they definitely got to send a message. Did you see Versuz, man, with D'Angelo?
Nah, I ain't even.
Me neither. Because guess what? It won't really no Versuz. It won't really no Versuz.
I'm like, well, who? I was like, I got the notification. I ain't even gonna hold you. I got the notification. I swipe that thing real quick. I was like, man, I ain't trying to see this.
Look, because they said it was supposed to be D'Angelo and friends. Originally, though, I heard it was supposed to be him versus Maxwell, but for some reason it didn't come out or didn't get put together. But I heard Chef Raekwon and Ghostface are supposed to be next, according to Swiss and Tim. They did a little, you know how they do their post game after the verses. What do you think about it?
Well, that'll definitely be one that I'll watch that. But this one, there was no way I was gonna watch it. I wasn't even gonna if I fell asleep, I wouldn't even let that watch me, as they say, the TV watch you. I wasn't gonna let that watch me.
You killing them now. You killing. He said I wouldn't even let that watch me. But look, but let me ask you this. I was telling people I can't name 20 D'Angelo songs. Even if it was like $20 million, like I would be like, can I pass to somebody? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Like, but me personally, I can't name 20. I couldn't name 10.
I'm gonna hit Gay Google up real quick because to get past 10. Matter of fact, I think I'm sitting here thinking now it's worse than that to get past what, 5, 7?
Name your D'Angelo songs real quick off the top of your head. Let's put them on blast. Go. Yo, yo. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know. I know it was Brown Sugar. You're My Lady.
And
How
what
does it
else?
feel? Brown Sugar.
You already said
How
Brown
does it
Sugar.
feel? You're My
You
Lady.
already said
Oh,
that. That's it.
uh,
What
no,
else
no,
is
no. He got
it?
that one with with Lauryn Hill. He could play
Yup.
that in the verses.
And what else?
That song he did with Method Man, I didn't even know that song.
I didn't know either. I didn't know either.
I'll be trying to use
I
a
googled.
lifeline. Be using a
I,
lifeline
I
right
went
about
to
now.
YouTube and went to his page, and I was like, yo, I didn't even know these songs existed. Like I don't even like I've heard some of them because of the melodies, but I remember more of the music from the song than his singing parts. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's like it's like when you remember a Burger King commercial more than the person who actually sung it. Like he has a lot of Burger King commercial music.
Stop. Stop it. Let me see this real quick. Let me pull this list up. I want to see how they did this. What songs was it? Because I'm gonna be honest, I ain't even watched the replay, bro. I ain't even watched the replay. I just know this didn't quite hit the mark, pun intended. Probably because and I think it's probably because we went into it knowing that he didn't have a he didn't have an
Catalog.
opponent. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. He didn't have an opponent. You get what I'm saying? What was the opponent?
But I mean, who was gonna go against him at the same amount of songs though?
Maxwell. They said it was supposed to be Maxwell.
I mean, that would have been closer. I might have pulled up for the playback of that maybe a little bit, but I don't know.
And he was like a little under an hour late. Bro, you can't be showing up late, man. Not you, bro.
And then like nobody want to wait for you. They wouldn't have waited for you if they paid their money. They're like, you know what? I'll charge that to the game. He only gonna sing them same 3 to 7 songs.
I want to see what he look, man. For him, bro, for him to be up there. I'm trying to pull this list up because I want to see the set list. Because somebody got the list up here. Because I gotta hear the list. Everywhere I'm pulling up, it seems like everybody's copying and pasting the same article. But I want to see the set list because he had to play some sort of other people or something. I know he wrote. Here we go. D'Angelo played. Let me pull this list up. Let me see what he played. All right, man. This that same article. Everybody copy and paste the same article. Journalists out there for real. All right, so add. Where is it at? All right, so he played a new. Okay, here we go. Something called New Song. Then he played Cruising. I forgot he did a remake of Cruising. I remember that. So he did Cruising. He did All Right. He did Lady. You're My Lady. He did Me and Those Dreamy Eyes of Mine. I remember that. Left Right. That's the one with Method Man. I don't know that song. 1,000 Deaths. I don't know that song. Back to the Future One. Don't know it. Sugar Daddy. No. I do know Devil's Pie. That's from the Belly soundtrack.
Okay, so that's the 7 songs. And 3 that we didn't know.
Chicken Grease. One More. I don't know that. Jones in My Bones. Feel Like Making Love. Really Love. Another Life. Send It On. Spanish Joint. Nothing Even Matters. The Root. I remember The Root. Nothing Even Matters. Brown Sugar. And I guess they was trying to, I guess they say, how does it feel for last? Because I guess they did something like what DJ was like, yo, man, I'm looking at the chat. Yo, they saying you ain't played a song yet. You like, what song is that? I guess they did something like that. I didn't see it. I did see that performance with her. She was amazing. As always, she never misses a beat, man. That kid is special. But yeah, man. You see those fights this weekend? You see Canelo?
Yes, man. Oh my goodness. What was that?
You tell me what you think that was.
Somebody who got paid to sit down.
Yo, they stopped that fight kind of prematurely. I seen guys. Oh, you still talking? My bad. You blacked out. Say it again.
No, you good.
Yeah, it sounds like you said somebody got paid to sit down. Hey, look, man, they stopped that fight kind of prematurely, in my opinion, man.
Most definitely. That was way premature. Like, and then they said they waved the fight off and dude hopped straight up. Like,
All right.
well, like, all right, well, I'm gonna go home then. I'm gonna head out. You like, well, dang, nigga, I thought you was hurt. What, he hurt his feelings? Was that why he said no? He
And
hurt
it
my
was like
feelings.
he wasn't even really throwing punches like that, sir. Like that first round, it was a long time, and he hadn't even threw a punch.
Yes, and he wasn't even trying. It wasn't like okay, well, you're trying to figure the guy out. No, he just literally was not throwing punches because he wasn't using that head movement that you use when you see somebody trying to figure the person out. He wasn't throwing no feints. He wasn't using no head movement. He wasn't dodging in and out. He was like, okay, well, I'm gonna stand here like a, what is that? The punching bag that's made as a body. You know what I'm talking about? It's shaped like a body.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It looks like I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They could have traded him out for that, and it would have been just as exciting or a more exciting fight.
All right, well, he fighting Billy Joe Saunders next. Like, what do you think of that?
I think if we get the old Billy Joe, which we always wishing for the old somebody, but if we get the old Billy Joe, now that's gonna be the fight that we've been waiting for out of these last couple of fights. But if we get the Billy Joe that was in these last two fights, it'll still probably be better, way better than this one, but it's not going to be that good either.
What's up, Asia Man?
Salute, Asia Man.
Hey, salute everybody. Salute everybody in the chat. Everybody watching. King is here.
Talk to me, man. You see those fights this weekend?
Oh man, you go. We gonna discredit fighting and call that a fight.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, I'm joking. You know,
no, my bad.
It looked like a professional. It looked like a professional sparring match. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what them cats was in there doing. And then like the King Sir Senior just said once they called the fight off, dude jumped up. That's when he was ready to fight. I was like, oh man.
Shit, he was ready to fight traffic or something. He was ready. He was ready then. He was like, man, I'm going to the house.
What you think of this Canelo versus Saunders?
What is my predictions on it?
Yeah, what you even think of the fight happening in general? Let's start there.
And what I've been on record many times, you know, if that's all we're gonna get out of him, I guess it's okay. I feel like he's well overdue to be done fought one of the Charlos. Like I say, pick or choose, pick your poison. Should be Jamal, definitely.
He fighting at 170, 68 right now, though. Those guys ain't moved up in weight. He shouldn't have to come down and wait to fight them.
With all due respect, man. And I ain't saying I'm the most knowledgeable guy in boxing and all this, that, and the third. The dude playing weight games on both sides. Waiting, WAITING, and then waiting as in waiting in boxing.
Ooh, the weight got that word play. I caught that, Asian man. That was some slick word play. But you say he's waiting and playing the weight game. Go ahead, break that down.
Right. I mean, he could make 168. He can.
Who can make 168?
But the
Charlo, you mean? Canelo fought
Charlo. Canelo can make 160 wherever he's supposed to have gave Charlo his mandatory at. He can make that weight right now. You know, they say, hey, you get $100 million to go fight Charlo. He'll do it then. You know, but he's supposed to do it for the. He's supposed to do it for the honor.
And go fight Charlo for 160. I mean, for $100 million.
Yeah, but he went around saying he's the baddest guy out there, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? And right now, with all the money he done made, it shouldn't even be about the money. It should just be about the legacy for the honor of the sport. That's where I'm at with it. But I mean, you can't make a ducker, you know, go hunting with the lions. No, so you can't make ducks go hunting with lions. So we just leave it at that.
No, man, we can't leave it at that. We got a show to do. We got to talk about that. Hey, look, Canelo has fought in a lot of guys, man, who are going to be in the Hall of Fame and beat all of them except one. You get what I'm saying? So I don't. Is he really a ducker, or is he just a savvy businessman and we just don't know it?
When you have your mandatory, look at the timeline of everything.
Okay, let's do it. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull up his box rec while you do that. Go ahead. Asian man, you breaking up. Say it again.
Okay, can you hear me clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I was moving around a little bit. People like, you know, using the comparison with the Floyd situation, and I'm saying Canelo is you know, his situation is pretty much the same. No, ain't nobody chasing Floyd around. If somebody's really chasing after Floyd got with him. The Charlos for shit, definitely 4 years now. You know what I'm saying?
Only one,
so it
right?
ain't no excuses. I ain't even trying.
I ain't trying to have an excuse, but I do want to have a conversation with you, right? The guy is fighting at 168, winning titles. He don't went up to 175. You want him to accommodate Charlo, go all the way down to 160 and fight him, even though Charlo hasn't fought Triple G. Canelo fought him twice. Charlo hasn't fought Danny Jacobs. Canelo beat Danny Jacobs. You get what I'm saying? Why Charlo ain't fighting Andre? Who is? I'm playing devil's advocate here, but you don't think
I don't know. That's what I'm about to call you out on, because see the way I'm at, we're gonna start where I say 1, and then we're gonna work to 2, 3, 4, and on up. Just keeping it simple. That's where. So when he had the opportunity, when he was supposed to fight the Charlos and he didn't, okay, cool. Let me go and do all these other things. But because since my legacy is intact with this fight, I got to get back to it. So it's not about what I want him to do where he's at now. He done ran and then flew off into duck season. But if he want to get my respect and a lot of other boxing fans or aficionados or whatever word you want to call us, you want to get our respect, you got to go back and give that dude his shot.
Go back.
However you're gonna do it. Like say he's playing weight games. He ain't got me fooled thinking he can't make that weight.
You keep saying
he ain't got a lot of other people fooled that he can't make. What he got fooled, who he got fooled is people that know he gonna get in there and get stretched out. I'll go ahead and lose 10 bags on that. Whatever race of people that want to bet on that, you could come get these 10 bags from me. Ain't no problem how you want to see it. You want to see it in cash, you want to see it in escrow, whatever. Let them get in there with one of them cholos and watch them get stretched out. Simple as that. Some people don't want to get stretched out, even if they're a pro in the pro boxing. That's what you're supposed to get there and run that risk. But you're saying you're the best, you're pound for pound, this, that, and the third. That ain't pound for pound talk. That ain't championship talk. Them ain't championship actions that he's doing. You know, he need to give them brothers their shot. That's me, and that's just me. I ain't speaking for nobody else. I'm speaking from me.
Okay, but Asian Math, you keep saying brothers as
until he do that.
Can y'all even hear me?
Respecting nothing he do. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing he could do for real.
Can you hear me?
To impress me.
Can you hear me, sir?
And nothing he's done since he didn't give Charlo his mandatory fight has impressed me. I don't want to hear nothing about no washed up Triple G. He the same one. He had the opportunity to fight them guys. He didn't want to get in the ring with them guys. You know, they if it could work out like how Rocky fought Apollo Creed, then yeah, they'll do it. I'm not Apollo Creed, but Clubber Lang. You know, But this not the Hollywood movies. You know, they gonna get in there and you know
Hey
what Charlo's
Jamal,
gonna do to them dudes, man.
hey Jamal, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey Jamal, can you hear me now? Can you hear Jamal? I don't think he can hear us, yo. I don't think he can hear us. But you can hear me though, right, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna remove him from the studio so he'll realize we can't hear him. Kick him out, and he'll realize, hey, okay. But sir, senior, I got Charlo record pulled up now. Around the time, let me make sure this weight is right. But I want to say that Sergio Sebastian Harlan was his first fight at middleweight at 160, right? Okay. And that was his last fight when he fought Charlo. He ain't fought since. He got knocked out, right? TKO. That was Charlo's first fight at 160. After that, since he vacated his 154 belt, he was automatically next in line to get a shot at the belt. That was around the time they made Canelo a franchise champion. And I want to say Hugo Centeno Jr. That was, here we go. It's right here. That was for the WBC actual middleweight interim title, right?
That fight was supposed to be with him, with Canelo.
So he got an interim title.
Franchise. Yeah.
Yeah, he got an interim title. Okay, no. That was the interim. So nope. So then now he's the interim. He's the number one contender too. He fights Korobov instead because that's when he got it, right? They gave it to him and he was like, shit, I'm the champ. He fight Korobov, he beat Korobov. A good fight, but some people thought Korobov that shouldn't have been a unanimous decision. His brother got robbed that night, some would say, but that was the night he beat Korobov. Next fight, Brandon Adams. I like Brandon Adams. He was smiling even during the whole fight. He did not stop Brandon Adams, but it was a good fight. All right. Next fight was Dennis Hogan. Stop Dennis Hogan, right? Yep. And he had a competitive match with Sergey Deverenchenko. I still thought he won that fight. King Jamal, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah. I looked at that a little bit on the playback of my TV. Yeah, I wasn't hearing you. I was just over talking. My bad, man.
No, it wasn't. No, it was cool. Even when you was done talking, you still couldn't hear us for some reason. I was asking Sir could he hear me, and he could. But it's cool. But this is what I'm saying. Just looking at this box rec right here, at the time when he got the franchise belt, that was 2017. I'm bringing this up because you said just look at the timeline. 720, but and self-admittedly you said, hey man, I'm not a boxing aficionado or encyclopedia shit. Me neither, bro. I don't remember that stuff. I got other shit going on. This ain't what I do for a living, right? So
right,
let's talk about it. So the 29th 2017, we looking at it right now on the screen. Can y'all see this or do I need to blow it up some?
No, I see Jorge.
Yeah, okay. I see it.
All right, so you can see it right here, the WBC interim title. That's when he was the number one contender. They franchise, bring it back down, Centeno Jr. Yeah, right here. So this is when they franchised him. You see, this is when he got the middleweight title, right? He became the champ. Actually, he was the interim champ, and they were still doing that stuff with Canelo, but Canelo never did it. But he ended up becoming the champ. And as you can see right here, he's not fighting and defending an interim title no more. He's actually using the WBC. It actually says world champion. Okay. So this is 2017 through 2019. And he fought Brandon Adams. Korobov was tough. Centeno Jr. was pretty tough, but Charlo was definitely the favorite in all of this. He didn't stop Brandon Adams, but he beat him up all night. Brandon Adams made it scrappy, but he was still smiling all night. Sorianchenko, Dennis Hopper. Now, when we go back and we look at Mr. Alvarez, right? Same way we looked at Mr. Charlo. I just want us to look at this, though. Let's go to the song. Click his name, and let's look at this, right? Take it back to 2017. That summer of 2017. All right, so instead of fighting Charlo, he had just fought. He came up. Charlo got that was in June. So right here, he fought Caesar. He fought Chavez Jr. You know he got a big bag. You know he got so much money. Let's be real. You know he got more money for that than he was going to get to fight Charlo. Can we agree to that? Because of the two Mexicans.
I mean, yeah, we could definitely agree with that.
And they fought
yeah,
in Vegas. All right.
Right.
Next fight, same year. So I didn't fight you, but I fought Triple G. Who was undefeated, supposed to be a killer, knockout artist. He got a draw. And this when the weird shit started happening, because he had the interim title and Canelo, and he was the #1 contender, but Canelo had the choice to fight him or Triple G. He fought Triple G. Who do you think was the bigger money for him at that time, Charlo or Triple G? And I just want y'all to keep it a buck.
Once by that time, both. I mean, to answer your question, yeah. I mean, them fighting each other.
Look at it. Look at all the titles on the line right now. This ain't just the middleweight. This ain't just the middleweight one, because you see the WBA, the IBF. This is a big deal right here.
I get all that, Marq Nash, and to elaborate or go further on what I was saying. By that time, they had made money. They supposed to be fighting for true pound for pound. Now, if you just say, "Hey man, I'm here to
make money,"
both of them had made. By that
G, or Triple G. This was Triple G biggest payday. This was probably gonna be Canelo's second biggest payday, probably next to Mayweather or something like that. This was huge.
Right. It was huge, and once again,
this was on HBO at the time, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I remember, and it was intriguing, but both of them guys was ducking the Charlos at that time. Charlo calling both of them out.
Charlo hadn't did what they had accomplished yet, though. We can't call it ducking if the guy hadn't accomplished what you accomplished.
Bam! I'm not trying to change nobody's mind.
No. Listen, no. I'm just trying to speak, though. I'm just trying to talk to the viewers. Right. I'm just asking questions. I'm putting data out here.
Right.
And I just want your opinion. This is a bigger fight. If I'm getting more money, this guy supposed to be a knockout artist, a killer. Look at all the belts on the line. If I beat this guy, I only got to get the WBO to be undisputed at middleweight. This is a bigger fight. Very next fight. Now, granted that between these fights, we had the clenbuterol and the beef stuff happening. That's why the fight didn't happen in May of 2018. But they did suspend him just enough time so he was still able to fight on the Mexican Independence Day. And that's 1 year later. He wins the fight. But then he goes up in weight and faces Rocky Feldon.
Who's his mandatory?
It's a new belt. It ain't no who's my mandatory. I got a chance to go up and get another title.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? This is a weight up. This is 68 they fighting it right here. And then goes and fights Jacob, then fights Kovalev, goes up for light heavyweight. Say what you want to, light heavyweight is still light heavyweight.
I ain't saying nothing. All I'm saying is Charlo was stretching, and if anybody could use 10 grand, we can make the bet. He can go up and fight heavyweight. Go fight the Charlos.
You keep saying Charlo, so you want him to fight the 54. If he was to fight the one that was at 54, but you keep saying that they should come up and wait and fight him.
All they gonna do is run. They came up when Jamal came up to fight him. He ran up again. He playing weight games. That dude running, man. You probably couldn't even pay him to get in the ring with that.
In the meantime, did you see who Charlo fought since then? Charlo ain't fought no Triple G's.
Triple G don't want to get in the ring with him.
Okay. Well, you didn't fight Triple G. Why you didn't fight Danny Jacobs? How Canelo?
Danny Jacobs don't want him.
Danny Jacobs.
None of them cats want to get stressed out by the Charlos. None of them. None of them. I could hear it in people's voice when their names come up. Nobody.
If nobody won't fight you at 160. What do? You go back down to 54, you go back up to 168. But you just can't keep sitting around saying, hey, won't nobody fight me? Don't nobody want to fight me.
No, it's not nobody going to fight him. It's them, the cats that's claiming they pound for pound. I'm that dude. But you ain't getting in there fighting that dude. And he said, nigga, we can get on whenever. That's what we fight for. You could keep the money. I just want to whoop your ass.
Andre. Why Canelo is beating these dudes?
You
I'm
know how
just
much
saying,
material out there about what that happened? You know, do we really got to discuss that? Let me go dig up a horse and pull that old horse up and pull the rusty bones up out. Everybody know what happened to that. It's too much footage out there on that. He another one, but that's a brother, so I don't want to throw him under the
I've
bus.
seen
Like
him
that.
out there, but I've seen him. He's publicly called them out several times.
And he publicly didn't say, you know what? I was capping. I don't want that smoke.
Okay, he said that verbatim, I guess. My bad.
He did it with his actions. Actions speak louder than words.
Okay. Okay. To each his own, man. Like I said, man, I'm trying to
That's
be.
what I say.
What I'm trying to say is, you have no reason like that you other than he gonna run again. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, but in the meantime, this is not the only guy out there that he can fight, and he should be trying to fight some other people.
No, now putting it on Charlo.
I'm just saying anybody. I say the same thing about Bud, because that same argument that you just said right there is the argument I would have for Bud Crawford, and you guys would be like, he need to cross the street, and he'd be like, he ain't fought nobody. I was like, man, he knocked out everybody that's in front of him. He been through all these weight classes. They don't want to fight him, and y'all don't say that same thing for Crawford, but you saying it for the Charlos, which is kind of funny to me.
No, I'm about to get on the show. I'll give you a dope. You know, you want to hear me be critical of the Charlos? Charlo, you out there listening? Big one, Jamal. Them cats scared of you. You already know that. Them cats scared of you. They scared. SKEERD, SCARED, whatever word, however you want to say, SKIRD. They scared of you. They ducking and flucking their feathers and all this. Going up there and get that B.E.A.T.S work. Do a cash weight or whatever. Go get that B.E.A.T work. Go ahead. Because the other cats, they having nightmares about you in their sleep. That's real talk. Another thing I was trying to say.
Oh, that was being critical.
Topics come up wherever platform I've been on. Nobody speaks confidently about that matchup. It's almost it always going to get deflected to about who getting money, who ain't did this, who. Nobody really talk confident about what would happen if them two cats, Triple G or Canelo, get in the ring with one of the Charlos. Nobody would. They don't even want to break that down. They just say, man, it's cold in Asia right now, or they having a tsunami in Russia right now, or the price of tea in China is too high right now, or there's no gold in Mexico right now. Anything but what would happen if them cats got in the ring.
Well, you never know until they get into the ring. Like that's what made those matches.
So I got 10 grand to say, hey, I think I do know.
You think I think I do know. That's the same thing as saying you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I got 10 grand and I'm confident that I do know. Okay, I'm just talking fast.
I get it.
Since people want to listen on the play, this nigga don't know how to talk. 10 grand, motherfuckers. I'm my bad for cussing. 10 grand.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I ain't know again. What I'm saying is this. In the meantime, in between time, Canelo is one boxer. For two, he doesn't even fight at that weight. You should come up in weight. Like he could have came up in weight and tried to get that Caleb Plant work. Now, granted, some would say Caleb Plant wouldn't want to fight him. It is what it. We just can't keep speaking for these guys as fans. We got to let their actions show us. But a guy who's called at 160, calling out a guy who fought at 160. Beat Triple G, fought him twice back to back and beat him. Some would say he beat him both times. I've heard people say he lost both times. It is what it is, but he fought him twice. We can't say he ain't fighting nobody. The dude's undefeated killer, allegedly knocking out everybody. He fought him, went up in weight, won another title, went up in weight, won another title. You get what I'm saying? You want him to lose weight from 175, go all the way back down to 160. Just because in your mind you saying, well, I know he can lose those 15 pounds and fight. Okay, but maybe he don't want to for the money. I get it, man. Less punishment, low risk, high reward.
Ding, 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 ding.
It's all together. Like it's a business first. And the less punishment you take, the longer you last. We all know that. But at the same time, in between time, one fighter isn't gonna make and break his legacy. You get what I'm saying? One fight does not make and break somebody's legacy, because if so, he could just come in the game, his first fight that guy and retire. Man, Charlo got to fight some other people. Andre got to step it up. He needs to fight better competition. They let Billy Joe Saunders get the fight before them. And Andre is over there on Matchroom. If Andre had really fought Charlo and got that win, or either made it a competitive matchup, he probably would have got that Canelo fight. These guys ain't really fighting. They should be fighting each other, man. And if you fighting lesser competition, you should not be going the distance with Brandon Adams. No disrespect to Brandon Adams. Rocky Fielding didn't supposed to be in there with Canelo. He got him out of there. Kovalev didn't supposed to be in there, even though he was a light heavyweight. Canelo got him out of there. Some people, their weight and that power don't translate up. That's a big deal, man. Say what you want to, but Kovalev only had lost to Ward twice, and who? Then he got stopped, but then he revenged the loss. You get what I'm saying after that? But he was a champ again. He became a champ again. So, like, if it was so easy to be a champion, we all would be one. That's all I'm saying. We gotta stop that, man. With like, he gotta fight this guy. Man, that guy gotta come up and wait. I'm not about to go down and wait to fight a guy and make less money. Just to say I got him on my resume too. Man, I got Cotto on my resume. Mosley, Mayweather, Chavez Jr., Triple G twice, Danny Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Laura, Austin Trout, when they was undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing because this is what I get when we
Kirkland. Look, Kirkland only had one loss. Okay,
anything but
what? Like, I'm just trying to make a case at like, say what you want to. The kid is going to the Hall of Fame already. He only got one loss to Mayweather. These names are the names. Say what you want to about, but the resumes are the resumes. The names are the names. Now, granted, it's about when you fight a guy too. I get it. But if he's still fighting and he got a title, it is what it is. But with that, go ahead.
No, that plane went around 3 times. You was clear to land a long time ago. Still, with all that being said, he had a chance to give him his shot as a mandatory. It was his mandatory. And that nigga said, nope, ping. You ain't getting my lunch money. Ain't cool. You want to be on the business side of it?
And
okay,
instead,
cool.
no, I'll fight Triple G and make almost 3 times.
Let me dock the yacht, man. Let me dock the yacht.
But you got to speak the whole truth when you're gonna say it, though. Don't skip out that part like he skipped the fighting him and then fought a bum.
He didn't even say, hey, dog, I'm gonna get back with you. Let me go up here and get this, and you just stay ready. He don't even bring that up. You can see it in the face. You mentioned Cholo. You ever get in Canelo face and mention Cholo? Look what happened to his eyes. It's gonna be like that nigga saw a poltergeist or something.
Because he probably
it's gonna be like when old boy called Lopez dad. You gonna get one of those responses. Hey, motherfucker, don't bring him no El Negro. no, not that Negro. Go get one of them weak Negroes. We ain't fighting no lions. That's why I'll be laughing. You know whatever. It ain't like, hey, do this. You got the opportunity. You had the opportunity. And then, tomorrow it could be breaking news. Charlo going up to 168 or whatever. I'm already booked. I ain't finna fight him.
But he is technically already booked for May.
I know.
You guys know who they be fighting, who they gonna fight the whole year.
You said, let me hurry up and book my schedule because every time that name come up, I sweat bullets. I gotta have a valid excuse now. I'm booked.
You just think so biased though, like because even then when you were
biased, all it is he had the chance to make. He's been running for years.
My G, you keep every time you tell the story, you leave out the fact that he went and fought Triple G for almost triple the amount of money. Don't forget, you can call that a duck.
Triple G is one of the runners and duckers too.
He was my G, but he's an undefeated champion, knockout artist, killer, more than Charlo, because Charlo just came to the weight. He was not established at 160. You get what I'm saying? So when you calling it, you just keep missing that one part, almost like that's my talking point, and I got to stick to it.
No, ain't no talking point. That's the only thing that matters.
And you skip. The money is what matters.
Right.
He got legacy already. He
Matter of
fought
fact, let me
Kobe.
bump it. Let me throw another 5G, 15 G's, y'all. However you want to see it. Let's make the fight happen. My money on the Charlos.
That's another one of your talking points. Like, you got to repeat that. I'm talking about that new information. We
Man,
added
all the other stuff ain't even gonna matter. They ain't gonna get in the ring. It's not. We wasting breath, both of us. So we can just move on next topic. That dude ain't gonna get in the ring with him because he's scared.
But respectfully, I'll decide when we move to the next topic, though, man.
I mean, I'm just saying we can't because we just gonna keep going around.
Yeah.
You will. This is your show.
Yeah, man. I just want to say this. Some people out there saying Canelo is the face of boxing. What do you think of that, Cersei?
I would say that Canelo is not the face of boxing, but he is one of the secondary faces of boxing. And his name is synonymous with boxing right now. He's staying busy. Even if people are laying down for him, either that's good business or they just don't want to put in that work to lose anyway. If they're gonna lose it, lose with all their faculties. I don't know. I can't speak of the minds of men who quit, especially once you took on, the mantle of you're supposed to work. But very simply, I look at it like this: either you're a prize fighter or you're a fighter for legacy, and sometimes you're both. If you're a prize fighter, then you're gonna go with the biggest payday, and you can't get mad at anybody, no matter who the person is. What's going to make you your biggest and/or easiest payday? That's just my 2 cents to rub together.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. When he did not fight Charlo and instead fought Triple G, because it's the same year, we sticking with the timeline. He fought him Triple G in September on the Mexican Independence Day, right? And Charlo fought in July, so 2 months prior. Would you consider that a duck fighting Triple G instead of Charlo? Is opposition? Now, granted, some would say it's less skilled. Some would say
I would say
we didn't know how skilled Triple G was. Triple G, let's keep it
real.
he hasn't lost.
It's the path of least resistance. So if the path of least resistance and making you more money is ducking, then quack, quack, quack. If you think that that's good business, then ching, ching. That's my answer.
I ain't really get that. Say it one more time.
I said it was the path of least resistance. So you fought somebody who was an easier fight that made you more money or easier money. Of course, that's if you call that ducking.
Let me ask you this: you thought Triple G?
That's ducking.
You thought he had an easy fight when he fought Triple G?
I'm saying that it was an easier fight for the money. You got paid more to fight somebody who is either just as skilled or a little less skilled, and you got paid more money. That's a easy. If you're saying for business, that's a double. You would double down on that. That's a automatic win. This person is just as skilled or a little less skilled than the person I'm going to fight, but they're going to make me 2 or 3 times the money. Of course, I'm going to do that if it's all about the money. If it's all about the Benjamins, then we want these blue faces. No matter if you want to call me a ducker, then I'm a rich duck. It's the same thing that everybody else, including EJ, do.
It says right here, Canelo made anywhere between 70 and 85 million.
Well, I say bling bling Super Bowl ring then. If it was nice, do it twice. And he did.
Bro, like, say what you want to. That was a very competitive fight. That was not an easy fight for either guy. That was not a whitewash one way or the other. That's why it was a draw. It was no knockdowns or anything like that. Nobody was seriously hurt or wobbled. It was very competitive. I was shocked that he was taking Triple G shots. I think Triple G was shocked he was taking the shots, making him miss, making him pay. But yeah, man. Do you think
that wasn't like when he fought Kovalev. It was definitely a fight. That was a fight. It was not like even the fight he had this weekend. It was nothing like that. That was actually he had to go in there and put in work, and he got paid for it handsomely. Get your money. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So why would I jump in the ring with somebody who's going to give me just as hard as a fight for way less money? That makes no sense. Just like if you pick a job, you're going to pick a job that's going to make you money. You're not going to pick a job that, oh, well, the work is just as hard for less money. That don't make sense. It don't even make dollars.
I got you. So this is the question I'm gonna ask you both, because obviously I already know King Asia Math's answer. On that first part, I know he doesn't think Canelo's the face of boxing based off his previous conversation. So my question, I'm gonna ask you guys, if not Canelo, who is the face of boxing? Go ahead, Asia Math. You can start it off.
Well, once again, boxing is the two-headed dragon. I mean, there's money and then there's legacy. So as far as money go, yeah, I will say he's the face of boxing. If you just want to say who could get in there and generate revenue, I would say he is the face of boxing. But keep your psychic positive, because I might need them Powerball numbers, winning Powerball numbers, all 6 of them. But anyway, as far as drawing a draw, yeah, he's the face of, he's one of the top faces of boxing. You know, as far as
you said that.
No, I'm not, because I mean, you can go back and look at everybody, with the exception of Earl Spence. Who else been doing good numbers? I would even say what's his name? The one people want Haney to fight, that's calling himself undisputed, Lopez.
Yeah.
He doing good numbers. Who else doing good numbers? Well, of course, Lomachenko was doing good numbers, but he's out of there now. Tank, he does decent numbers. Now, if very few of them is doing numbers like
what you say, Wilder is the face of boxing?
Yeah, we talking about for doing numbers.
No,
Yeah,
I thought I heard Sir say something.
I would say that those are the names that he just named, and Wilder, Fury, those are the only names that ring bells. AJ, those are the only names that ring bells when you talk about money or buzz. That's the only names. Everybody else, you named them because they are skilled fighters, and you want to see somebody who is skilled as them. Everybody else is not about fame. Nobody else is as famous or makes as much money as the people that was just named.
Manny Pacquiao wasn't named, and I think he's famous and is skilled and probably more of a face in boxing than all those guys that Asia Math named. Because when I say that phrase "face of boxing," I can ask somebody who's a casual fan or somebody who don't even watch boxing unless it's a fight party and they just going because, hey, it's a big fight party. Everybody, that's what they doing. So I'm gonna do it. Like, i.e. my wife. My wife knows who Manny Pacquiao is, but she don't watch football other than the Falcons, but she knows who Tom Brady is. You get what I'm saying? She don't watch basketball unless it's the finals. That's how she always know who LeBron is. He's the face. And Canelo, she do know the Charlos though, but I just know her. She finds them attractive. You know your lady. You get what I'm saying? She knows Tank, but she wouldn't still say like, she's not like, oh, he's fighting in Atlanta, I'm going to the fight. That was me saying that. So I get it. But she does know Canelo, and she thought he was Irish because of the red hair when she first saw him fight Mayweather. When we had that party, she was like,
yeah, that's funny because a lot of people say that. A lot of people thought he was Irish at first when I talked to them about Canelo. You know, people who's not really into boxing.
Yeah, you like a red-haired white dude to some people. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, the kid is I don't know. I think some people still consider Mayweather the face of boxing, believe it or not, even in retirement.
I was going to say that. Pacquiao and Mayweather. Yeah.
Even in retirement, people are still was excited about that when they thought he was when he came back to fight Conor McGregor. Shut shit down. When he said he was coming back doing a New Year's fight, doing something in Japan, it wasn't as much hoopla, but people were still excited about it. Say he's fighting Logan Paul. People are excited. Not to the point some people don't like it, but it's gonna sell, man. It's gonna sell. I think if he was fighting Jake Paul, it probably would sell more because Jake Paul was coming off that Nate Robinson knockout. But what do y'all think about that? Is Mayweather still up there, even though he's retired?
Yeah, you're right on the money on that. Well, I don't know how to consider him as an active boxer, professional boxer. He's more.
Well, he's not. He's not. I never said active. I just said face of boxing.
Right. No, I was just clarifying that. So that's when you said that, that's what resonated with me. But
how about this?
Boxing, regardless, you never threw a punch a day in your life. No, yeah, it's still definitely Mayweather. He still have a threshold of interest. You know, he sneezed. You know, the boxing world is looking ready to hand him a tissue, ready to say bless you.
How about this though? Let me ask you this. Sorry to cut you off. I just want to change gears. For what do you think? And I'm gonna ask both of you guys this. What do you say to the people who say, hey, the heavyweight division is the that be the heavyweight champion of the world sounds so marquee, and with his victory over Deontay Wilder, some would argue that Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, undefeated, is possibly the face of boxing because he was able to beat or cheat an unstoppable force in Deontay Wilder.
I think that's what the whole back people are looking.
I would say yes.
AJ never fought AJ because AJ got a blemish. He got that Ruiz blemish, right? Even though he redeemed himself, but some would say, nah, he stopped you. You went 12 with him. You didn't redeem yourself. You regained your belts. That's not the same as redemption, So, but that's still heavyweight, man. Come on, man. Everybody wanted to say, even you won't gonna ever make that weight. You will be out there raising your arms, heavyweight champion of the world. You ain't gonna never weigh 200 pounds. I know, but it sounds good.
You said that in your younger years, Mark.
Nah, man, nah.
I mean, I did. I swear I did when Spinks beat Ali. But that man, shit, that whole year, heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody was saying that.
I might have been Riddick Bowe around the time. I remember he had a commercial and he was like, "My first name is Riddick, my last name Bowe. I'm heavyweight champ, just in case you didn't know." And because he had just won, and I was like, "I like him." Yeah, that was like real early on. But what do you guys say about that?
I think some of the controversy is holding Fury back as far as being like the face in the heavyweight division. People trying to see, is he just all smoke and mirrors? If it wasn't for none of the shenanigans, yeah, I would say, yeah, people will revere him. He has a following, but I think AJ is still edging him out as far as popularity. And
I agree. I agree. Even with the loss, some people applauded him for the way he got it back. Like, hey, man, don't go and look. You can't knock everybody out. This guy can obviously hit you and hurt you. Fight smart. It's called boxing, not brawling, right? Sir Senior, what do you think about that? Is the dark cloud over Fury's head keeping him from being considered by some as a top 10 heavyweight?
Yeah, I think that's really what the problem is that because he had the problem with drugs and the fact of him cheating now, that he's been a serial cheater, is stopping him from being, honestly, if he didn't have those cheating things, he would be the face of boxing, outside of a Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He definitely would be because he's undefeated heavyweight champion, and he just beat someone who was undefeated and one of the most dangerous men in boxing. So if he wasn't a serial cheater, most definitely he would be the face of boxing.
Yeah, that dark cloud over his head, man, it just always looks bad, man. And if he could go in there and get Wilder that rematch and fight Wilder and beat him decisively, I think clean gloves, no water tamper, no excuses from the other team, and no black clouds over your head, no quote unquote floppy gloves, all that bullshit. Gloves hanging off the wrist. I think, man, you would have to give it to him.
Oh, I agree with that as well.
But I mean, because some would say just fighting AJ, if he beat AJ, that's it. I was like, nah, man, you still got to give this guy his rematch, man. What was the point of signing the contract if you just gonna say, hey, you hurt my feelings and I'm not gonna fight you now. Go ahead, Asia, though.
Yeah. No, first I agree with what you said. If he go in there and beat Wilder fair and square, you would definitely have to give it up to him. But I still feel he'll have something to prove with AJ on down the line. But as it stand now, he's saying what he want to fight AJ and then don't want to give Wilder that shot. Then no, you once again, that's to me, and I'm quite sure to a lot of people that follow the sport, the pro sport of boxing. There are some fights you have to make to be considered. You want to raise your hand and say, hey, I did it or whatever. Excuse me. We understand about all the money you made. We understand about all the Bentleys you drove and all the chicks you bang and all that. No, we talking about in the ring. Who you were obligated to share that ring with. Because there's nobody in the 70s that say, oh, well, it's a few, but there were legitimate reasons why those fights didn't get made. But most ones, the ones that were supposed to got made, said Ali fought everybody that he need to fight. Foreman, all them, yada, yada, yada. And then come on up to the 80s, to the 90s. And then here now it's a whole new set of rules. You know, the rim ain't the same height, the goalposts ain't on the same side of the field, all kind of crazy junk. But in the heavyweight division, Fury got to give Wilder his rematch. You got to fight AJ. He successfully does that without any BS. You got to give it to the dude. You know, you do. I'm not gonna be that hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, you know, yeah. He had some crazy junk going on in the past, but everything cleaned up. He beat both these guys convincingly. What can I say? You know, at least for that moment, he would be the guy. He will.
For sure. Well, shoot. Let's get your final thoughts, man. We talked about a lot of stuff earlier today. I don't know if you caught it. Did you catch that Versuz battle, Asia Math?
No, I was
Me neither. Moving forward. How do you feel about Raekwon versus Ghostface on the next Versuz?
Ooh, that's two in-house guys. You know, that'd be interesting. You know, both familiar with Wu-Tang, correct? Both from the Wu-Tang clan.
Yes, sir.
That'd be interesting. I mean, that's good. They keeping it in-house. Who I would side with Ghostface. I think Ghostface get him 12-8.
Something like that, right? It might be like that. Might edge it at 11-9, something like that, 12-8, 11-9. Because he gonna get him with that all that I got is you. He gonna win that round. He gonna win with that song called Run. When
Mark,
he the kid.
Is that your score for real? Is it gonna be like 11-9? Because it looked like you want to say something wider than that.
No. I just know he got certain records that he's just gonna win that round because I don't think Ghost got one of those in his bag. But just remember, Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me is gonna be Ghostface. I mean, it's gonna be Raekwon.
It's gonna be Raekwon.
It's gonna be Raekwon. Yeah. That song, The Ice Cream Man Is Coming.
Mm-hmm.
Whose song is that on? Who album is that? But they both on that song, but that's somebody, you know what I'm saying? Whose album was it on? It's almost like the Purple Tape versus Only Built for Cuban Link versus what was Ghostface debut? Damn, man, it skipped me right now. But you get what I'm saying? Because they was both on each other's first album real heavy. But since then, I just think Ghostface gonna win it, man. Ghostface got that Tony Starr's joint.
Mm-hmm.
He got that like I said, that Mary J. All That I Got Is You. He gonna win that now. What else, man? It's just a lot of joints going on with that. Oh, it was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Nelly got some beef with Ali.
Oh, that's kind of like
but it's still been going on, right? I think this happened last week, couple weeks ago. Ali's got ghostwriting, saying he been ghostwriting, saying Nelly ain't been doing what he supposed to do. I don't have all the information on that. I've got to finish watching the Nelly interview. I was watching it earlier, but I had some other stuff to get into. Do you got anything about this you can tell me and my viewers? Cause I know you are on the ground. We got boots on the ground.
Man, and it's so close. And I ain't trying to just hype it. I mean, this will be definitely good for your show, man. That is so close.
This is Marq Nash. We're going live to you in St. Louis reporting. What is going on and with the lunatics.
Fam, with real no cap, real talk. It's almost so in house. It'd be almost like me telling on a family member. Serious. Matter of fact, you played this guy's video on there, and he is heavily influenced in that. And my whole tank on the man. And once again, I would like to give people something to clamor about and all that. It's out they doing that themselves. I really like them brothers to kumbaya this one. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a lot of drama coming down the pipe, but I can't speak on it because some of them cats are in close proximity. You know what I'm saying? And then, you just got to let them cats work their thing out.
I get it. Well, I'm gonna finish doing. I'm finish watching the Nelly interview, and I'm gonna watch the Ali thing. We'll probably talk about that on Friday after I get information, or might talk about it on Wednesday when we're talking about how they help and build certain relationships. Another thing.
What I was gonna say is I will regurgitate what's already out there, but I don't want to be putting nothing out there that.
I ain't want to say nothing. Look, what you said made me feel like you didn't want to speak about it at all. Do you? I haven't heard everything that's out there. Like I'm right. This just hit my desk over the weekend. What do you have for me though? That's out there, other than Ali saying he ghost wrote for Nelly. What is he saying he wrote?
The first song that really kind of like put him on, and Nelly admitted that, yeah, okay, you wrote that, but
he wrote the whole song.
I don't think he wrote the whole song. He probably
might have had a hook or something, or he gave him a couple bars. Like
it was the first album was "Give Me What You Got." That was heavily Ali influenced. Ali was the oldest. He was the most seasoned. He had already been in the business, and so he was nurturing Nelly them at that time. But as you saw, Nelly, ran laps around that, and so I don't know if it's just
Ali's brother is Hey, don't Ali got a brother in the group?
That's the brothers is Murph and Keywan.
Okay, those two are the brothers. Okay, all right, just okay. Well, yeah, man, I got to do some research on this, but I'm definitely excited about that. And
it's big hip hop news going on in Atlanta. What's going on with the T.I. and Tiny and the trafficking?
Talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Oh, no, my bad. I didn't.
Yeah, man, I was ahead of that story, but it's still breaking news. The young lady took a polygraph test live on Instagram to prove she telling the truth. I don't know how much you can take to that, because it is what it is. You was in charge of that situation. I'm sure you get what I'm saying.
Right.
It ain't like police giving you the lie detector. You get what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, those are heavy allegations, man. It's more heavier than the lunatics thing. That's something I think they could work out. On the for real. It seemed like it's sour grapes on how the money got dispersed, or the money is continuing to be dispersed.
Okay, last thing. Two other things. Did you hear about the Florida man about to get 30? He's facing 30 years. He cut off the penis of his neighbor who was sleeping with his wife. His wife used to go over there and babysit the neighbor's kids. He said he blacked out. And he didn't know what was going on, to the police arresting him at work, and he got blood on his clothes and bloody scissors. According to the injured man, the guy came to his house with the weapon in his jacket. The guy was like, "Hey, my kid's here. What's going on?" He was like, "Well, let's go in the back." He took him in the back room, tied him up, made him pull his pants down. He kept assuring him, "Hey, I'm not gonna kill you. This is just I guess he was just trying to say, nah, you're gonna remember this, but I ain't gonna kill you. Like, hey, this is the new normal. You're gonna strip though. You're gonna strip." Strips the man, ties him up, but then grabs the man penis, puts some gloves, band-aid, tie the penis. He's like, "Man, what you doing, man?" And he's trying to, but he don't want to make too much noise because his kids are up front, and proceeds to cut the man penis off with some scissors. The man is struggling, screaming now at this point, and he's tackled, cut the thing off. The man leaves, go to work. He goes to work with the blood and the scissors, and he's facing 30 years. What say you? This was our top story of the day.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean, oh man, gosh, man, from the guy who's in jail right now.
Last thing, the doctors have not been able to reattach the penis.
Okay, so
So he
from
can't even pee right, and he cannot have sex, of course, with his woman. Because he was married too. So he can't have sex with his wife, and he cannot pee, normally. I guess he must have a bag attached directly to his urethra.
well, I mean, I'm definitely not qualified to put out the justice of it, but I'll just give his opinion. For the guy who cut it, I think he went overboard, and the guy who got it cut definitely went overboard. You had the balls to go over someone else's house and have sex with their wife, even though the wife was
No.
consensually.
They neighbors. They neighbors. So his wife was going over to the neighbor's house. And was supposed
Oh,
to
okay.
babysit,
I thought, okay.
but she was actually babysitting a different way.
Okay, she went to his house and he
Yeah,
was.
they neighbors. Yeah, they look like, when I see the house, man, online, it looked like a little trailer. Like they that close.
I thought the guy was going over there to his house.
Might have went that way too. They neighbors in a trailer park almost. Like, so it's dope.
Yeah, the guy that did the cutting, he went too far.
All right. Right. You might as well kill the man. You're gonna do all of that, right?
Yeah. You might as well kill him.
You 51 years old, you doing 30 years in prison. You think you're not at 80? No, bro. Go and pop this man. If you're gonna do it right. Plan it out a little bit more. I don't know.
I don't know. That's definitely a crime of passion. But
said that, plan it out more, huh?
Yeah, I can't even see myself cutting none of it. I shoot it off. If I'm gonna give you a for real dome shot first. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna pull that. Going to jail, man. Y'all niggas going to jail over some bitches. Fuck that.
I'm just saying.
I ain't talking about you. I'm just saying in general. Like, bruh, that's too much. It was one other story, man. But that we went over. But instead of doing that, I want to bring up this other thing I heard about over the weekend, and I thought this was crazy. A landlord in New York has been arrested for kidnapping and evicting tenants. He basically, I guess, due to the mortgage and the rent thing that they got. How you say the word memorial, whatever it is, they ain't got to pay right now. How about that?
The moratorium.
Moratorium. Thank you. They do not have to pay right now. So I guess the guy is getting frustrated. He goes to the house in the middle of the night by 1:30 in the morning with two other people at gunpoint. He puts pillowcases on their heads, ties them up, takes them out, to a cemetery. It's snowing in New York. It got snowing, and leaves them there tied up with a pillowcase over their head in the snow. That was his way of doing the eviction. Let me get you guys' take on that. Sir Senior, King Asia Math. Sir Senior, set it off for us. What do you think of that?
He the dumbest nigga alive.
And he's black. I'm gonna pull his picture up. Give him his credit.
Yeah, I remember that story. He wins the award for the dumbest nigga of the month. Because common sense says if you was gonna kick him out, you at least have an argument. You just made a kidnapping, and now that's a crime from the CDC. So you done made 2 felonies and maybe a couple federal crimes to get what? A girlfriend in jail?
Wow.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Thank you. You won the award for the dumbest nigga of the month.
Nigga of the year.
Like, my man, you ain't even about to get your place back. You think? I'm thinking that maybe they went in there masked up or something. Like, I want to hear more about this. I want to hope that he went in there masked up and hoping that they thinking that, hey, I'm getting kidnapped out of here, so I'm so scared that I just want to move. But I know you didn't think like you was gonna let them think, no, Mr. Douglas, I'm sorry. And be like, nah, you getting the fuck up out of here today, bitch. I told y'all to pay your rent or I'm gonna get you out of here. No, man, like, this sounds like some Tony Soprano shit right here, yo. This sounds like some shit straight out of Sopranos. This is the landlord, Sean Douglas. And I believe this is the house right here. Man, that house ain't even all of that, man. No disrespect. But come on, man. This look like some Nashville, North Carolina shit that you're gonna see on the way going to Northern Senior High. This is like on the back road somewhere in Wake Forest. This is not like this ain't like you passing the Rick Ross mention, on Old National Highway. That Rick Ross mention that he got from Holyfield, that'll make you go in there on some, yo, I'm gonna tie you up and I'm getting you out of my house. But come on, Sean.
Hey, that third floor up there, is that a third floor? That attic up there look like where this one channel be broadcasting from. I'm for real, man.
Well,
look at that. Zoom in on that third floor up there.
I don't think that's the third floor. I think that's a
attic or whatever. Yeah, somebody be broadcasting from there.
Man, ain't nothing up there but the hot water heater, man.
Dude, okay, and it said encyclopedia book on the book.
I can't, man. You making me choke on it. Yo, you gotta chill. You guys to chill, yo. Okay. But look, you gotta pay your fare, man. But Sean Douglas tied them up at gunpoint, dumping them in a snowy cemetery. 2 other people was with him. They didn't say anything about those 2 people getting arrested. Maybe they told, but usually they only need 1 person to tell. You get what I'm saying? But every now and then they'll take 2 people, make the case even stronger. But my man, do you think? Now here's the question that I'm gonna ask y'all: if you were the tenants, did you move right back in the house? You called the police?
Of course I did.
Police arrested. Did you was like, y'all got him right? Bitch, we going back over to the crib. Just saying, I know it ain't funny because I know that was a traumatic experience. Some people would move at that point, but shit, if you can't afford to pay your rent in COVID right now, you damn sure can't afford a deposit and get a new place. They had to go back to the place, right?
Right.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, like
you really ain't gonna never get, nigga. You ain't gonna never get that rent now, ever, nigga.
Never get it.
Hold on, sir. What you say, Asian man?
I say I'm quite sure they're going to sue him. It's their place now because I'm quite sure they're going to sue him. And that was stupid because if he just would have been patient, he was going to get at least here in Missouri and in Illinois, we get that money back anyway.
And that leads me to this. That's what this market is causing. How you say the word again, sir? Senior? In moratorium.
Yeah, the moratorium.
Okay, the moratorium, that doesn't clear your debt. It does
not.
You just gonna get a big ass bill, and you do right now. But in the process, that home probably might get foreclosed on because he's not getting the rent money. So the bank is gonna get the house. You couldn't pay your rent, and he can't afford to pay the rent for you. You get what I'm saying? Some people can't afford. Some landlords need the money for the rent to pay the mortgage because they staying at their other house. You get what I'm saying? Or I just think it's fucked up because this has happened before with the housing market crash, and big companies swooped in, bought a lot of houses. I'll be able to tell you the name later because we're gonna talk about this story again as this develops more. But also when we start talking about like that housing market crash, because what happens is the big companies swoop in, buy all those houses that was foreclosed on at low because they stacking their money right now in the crisis. You get what I'm saying? And when they put those houses back on the market, they don't put them for sale, they put them for rent.
Right.
But in the process, that's less homes that are available to be bought, but also makes the other homes that are already people have homeowners, it makes those values go up. So it's a big game, it's a big cycle, but nobody in Congress, I hear them talking about any kind of relief for the landlords or to help these people pay these, how you say the word again? In moratoriums? Or is it just moratoriums? Do I got to say the end part in moratoriums?
Not just a moratorium.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But what do you guys think about that? That is the last story of the day on my weekend recap.
Dude is stupid and he's heartless. I mean, we also karma is a mug. The karma gonna come back him 10 times worse than what he did to them people. You know what I'm saying? I understand the money cycle thing, but I mean, it's sometimes you just got to stand still and let things work out. Don't even put no negative energy into it. You know, even if them people was cussing him out, man, fuck you, we ain't doing this and doing that or whatever the case. they obviously they have nowhere else to go unless he knew they had somewhere to go. But it seemed like he just wanted to take matters in his hands, and now look at him on the mug shot. It's a stupid move, and that's in New York. He gonna get hit with some time on that kidnapping. He ain't getting out of jail on kidnapping. Dude, he getting about 20, 30 years.
I don't know. This New York,
He
man.
can't get out of jail with kidnapping because it's at a home that he owns, and it's the same as if you kidnap somebody in your own home because he has access to the home. So they can argue to not let him out, especially for a while, because
Right.
of that.
And then he took them somewhere.
Yeah, into a graveyard, which is also against the law because you can't go to a graveyard unless you're visiting there for a reason. So that's improper. It's a crime on, I forget what it's called legally, but it's crime on public property, that private property for public use. So that's an extra crime that he could also get.
And besides,
Okay,
Dude's stupid.
All right, well, look, here's the story for the people. Look, I got it pulled up. We showed his face, but Sean Douglas, 48 years old. You know better, bro. Sean, you 48. Been charged with kidnapping after he allegedly forced two tenants in a car at gunpoint and left them in a snowy covered cemetery in the early hours of Sunday morning. And this happened in Albany, New York. He allegedly used zip ties and tape to tie them up. He probably got his fingerprints on the tape and everything, bro. 32-year-old male, 21-year-old female on February 21st covered their heads with two pillowcases. The defendant had become increasingly frustrated by the moratorium. See, I can read it when I can see it. You see me, sir? On evictions placed on COVID-19 pandemic. These restrictions run out until May. He could have just waited it out. Probably could have tried to get a loan from the bank. I don't know. Title pawn. Sell some coke, nigga. I don't know. But this won't the way to go. Matters in his own hand. He broke into, see, they saying he broke into the terrace residence he's owned since 2016. He said he broke into. So that don't mean you used the key, but I guess even if you use the key, nigga, you renting. You can't just walk in the middle of the night. That's breaking and entering, I guess, according to this. After the man and woman were bound, Douglas allegedly loaded them into what police was called a Dodge Durango with the help of two other unidentified suspects. They drove the man and woman to a motel that the victims told the police may have been in Colony. From there, so they don't went to a motel. From there, they were driven into an isolated cemetery in Ghent, a rural town in Columbia County, about 35 miles southeast of Albany. The identities of the two tenants have not been reported. The other two suspects have not been named either. So they cooperating. Because look, if y'all went to that motel, there's cameras everywhere. So now we got the license tag. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? They got the license tag number from all those cameras. So they're gonna track those people down. Probably had a cell phone with them. You get what I'm saying? This is crazy. Let's continue. According to the police, cited by the newspaper, the male victim was punched and kicked by Douglas and the two other suspects before tying both of them up, hands, and bound them and dumped them in a snowy graveyard. Bro, they got to be scary to take that shit off and you realize you're in a graveyard. You get what I'm saying? 35 miles. You don't even know where you at. You realize, oh, nigga, I'm 35 miles away from my home. The police noted that because the two victims were left in below freezing conditions with their hands still bound, Douglas and his alleged accomplices exposed the victims at risk to serious physical injury. He's got a $50,000 bond. So that means he just got to pay 5 G's. Records show Douglas has been arrested in the past and charged with assault and violating a restraining order. So they already knew who you was. So if he left any fingerprints there at all, they knew that was him. I don't see what he pled to yet on this, but yeah, that's the end of the story for this guy right here. He's a dun 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 dada dun 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 dada. It's a done deal for you, baby. Damn, Mr. Douglas. So that's all I got for this one, man. Any final thoughts and final words from you guys?
Yeah, I'm surprised that bond was that low, 50 G's.
Me
That's
too.
pretty low. That's pretty low for all he did. You know, I guess they feeling that the understanding of, you know, he wasn't getting any money on, you know.
Nah, man, they don't give a fuck about that. Sir, saying your final words on this, man. Everything, wrap it up for us, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I guess the whole thing is you got to be accountable for what you do and think before you act. That's really the biggest thing all the way around. If it's making a fight, think before you act. Do what's best for you. Do what's best for everybody involved, and don't make rash decisions. If it's not kidnapping somebody out of their house, think before you act. If it's not burning up people, think before you act. And if you don't think before you act, just understand every action has a reaction. Everything has a consequence. Some good, some bad, some good and bad, but everything you do got consequences. Be man enough to take those consequences because you was man enough to do whatever you did.
Man and woman, that is.
Yeah, man and whoa man.
For sure. Give us your closing one, man. Close it out. What's your slogan?
Oh, what can you find me?
I was going to Sir Senior to close it out with his slogan. Then we're gonna get past it to you.
As always, be safe, be blessed, be certain, and you can always hit me up at cooking with Sir Senior. I'm always cooking something if it's home cooking or it's just food for thought.
For sure. Go ahead, King Asian Mouth. Take us home, brother.
Oh yeah. Well, as usual, I have no channel, but you can find me next to the dime piece. If I'm slacking on my Mac, and I'll settle for the 9-piece. Great show as usual, Mark. Salute to Canelo. Despite how I feel about who he fought, who he hasn't fought, what ended up putting in his body, the dude went in and he got a victory. As far as revenue, he is in draws. He is the face of boxing. He has 2 intriguing matches set this year, and so I know a lot of the Canelo fans would be tuning in.
Who else? I know he's fighting BJ in May. Who else he supposed to fight this year?
Caleb Plant.
That's certain. I heard people talking about they want that, but I didn't know if that was locked in yet.
Yeah, well, my report saying it's locked in. This is pretty much a done deal. But anything could change with him. But I'm gonna give him that benefit of the doubt for right now. If it don't happen, if it don't come into fruition, you easy come back, pay. See, we told you, and I own it. But right now, I'm hearing reports. Those are his next 2 fights, BJ and Caleb Plant. But salute to him. Much success to him moving forward. I will still love to see that Charlo fight. And but if he go out this year with a bang and look impressive, I mean, hats off to him. You know, I'm not a hater, you know, but that's not saying he's not a duck either.
Absolutely. As always, the guests get the final word. I see y'all on Wednesday. Remember, drinks require sleep, goals require effort. And holla at your boy. It's your boy Marq Nash. And I definitely want to talk about damn man, it's so much that we didn't get into, but we got to get into. I might do a pop-up show tomorrow because I definitely want to speak on the Bob Arum situation with Tio and Trilla. And we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. So we definitely gonna try to do a pop-up show just to talk about that. Because what's the point of having a purse bid if you tripping over the purse bid? They outbid you. Now y'all want to get rid of the man contract. Y'all crazy. But that's it, man. I see y'all Wednesday.
Mark.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
You last week it was your birthday. I didn't get a chance to bid you a happy birthday with all that went on. So
no, man. That was some weird shit, man. I don't even want to talk about it.
No, I'm not going into what happened. I'm just saying on my wishing you a happy birthday, it was rudely interrupted and it was smeared. So I just want to take the time out again so it won't be, no interruption and all that. Happy birthday now, because my granddaughter's birthday is this Friday coming up 1 week after yours. And so you know, happy birthday. Glad you enjoyed yourself and everything. No, I ain't about to talk about that. You know, I'm just saying this is about you. This moment is about you. Happy birthday, peace and blessings. Glad you enjoyed yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, and many, many more.
Absolutely. Can't close it better than that. Breaking beats. Nash.